Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for Lucky Love Messages 2019. How does he feel about you? So even in this reading, if you hear something that's kind of constructive or intense, that's because you are meant to hear that, so you remove yourself from a situation. So even if it's leaving a situation, that's for your highest good, so that you can reach the love that you want in your life. So just listen. None of the answers in this reading are like direct. None of them are just yes or no. All of them have complexity to them and describe situations. So if you're interested, they're really like separate messages of love. There's 6 different categories per option, so hopefully in there you'll get some insight. I'm just going to pull some cards at the beginning so that you guys can in some way choose between the 3 options. And yeah, while I'm doing it, you guys can comment and subscribe. This is a timeless reading, so you guys can watch this anytime. I'm going to do 3 each. 1, 2, 3. And all 3 readings are good, so don't worry about that. All 3 give very kind of constructive answers as opposed to like something just good or something bad. Okay? So let's take a look. Your first pile got this. Within nothing, there is everything. Here, I'll show you guys closer. Within nothing, there's everything. Shifting universes. Okay. And Heartfire. Ooh. Remember, this is not connected to the other reading so much as it is through synchronicity. So if it's meant to like synchronize with the reading and lead you into it. So it might not be the message of the reading itself. Within nothing, there's everything, shifting universes, and Heartfire. There's a new priority coming into your heart. There's something new on the horizon. Sometimes you need stillness so you can fully appreciate the dawn of the light of the new cycle and all the new beginnings. There's things changing for you, a whole new path. Very, very cool. Okay. So number 2, let's take a look at what you got. I guess we went this way. So we have Heaven. Okay. These are beautiful cards. Spiral Dance of the Goddess. Ooh. And Ethereal Touch. This feels like an interjection of some real holy enemy energy. like an angel who is in some way coming in to influence the situation well. I feel as though this is also a cyclical issue, so something to do with patterns that happen over decades and years. So you may have seen similar circumstances come up in your life before. Again, this is not linked to the reading I did beyond the spiritual connection or the synchronicity, so it's meant to, it may not actually reflect what's in the reading. It's just meant to stimulate your mind so you choose the right path. And if you don't like the path you've chosen, then please choose another one, right? Number 3, you have Riding the Cosmic Wave, and then you have the Choice. Ooh, number 62, and then the Cloak. Oh. So somebody could be potentially choosing to, in some way, go their own way. To someone's coming towards them, and there's some decision to kind of maybe go see them in a quiet way, or there's a decision between 2 people. Someone's very expressive, the other person is hidden. And I feel as though the first thing I felt about the Cloak is that somebody is taking some private time to kind of go their own way, to make a decision about which way they're going to go. So they're taking time to be with themselves and their own ideas or their own consciousness, their own heart, the choice. So they're making a choice. Again, not connected to the reading per se, but it's spiritually connected, so hopefully it'll get you to the right one. Okay, so you guys are totally okay to choose whichever one you want. If it doesn't work out, choose another one. Be kind, like and subscribe. Maybe something good will happen to you for it, right? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. And the sun came out for us today. Hey! Okay, thank you. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for number 1. If you chose this You get your message about lucky love and how does he feel about you. So let's take a look at the messages that you got. Your first card is the Knight of Cups. So there's definitely someone thinking about love or offering love and being generous, opening up their heart, coming in with an offer. Number 2 card is the Nine of Rods. So somebody is taking their time and trying to figure out where they stand in a situation. They may not feel fully ready or prepared to speak to a circumstance or a situation they're involved in. They need time to think about their feelings, their thoughts, their emotions, and so forth. Then there's the King of Swords. There's an authority figure in this situation who is really telling others what to do. This is a person who tries to assert power through reason. So he will sort of say, oh, this is the logical way of doing this. And so he defends himself with reason as well, which means that he will really argue for or try to assert that he's right in a situation, and even if it's sort of not true that he's right. So he will stretch logic or select what things to focus on in order to prove his point. So I feel as though somebody has a strong opinion, and I feel like that person with a strong opinion is in some way influencing the situation. We have the Seven of Wands. So there's someone who's sticking up for themselves, regardless of what they're hearing. They are sticking up for themselves and they are holding on to their feelings. It feels as though the Knight of Cups is influenced by the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is giving him reason to wonder about his decisions regarding love. I feel as though that the advice is to temper it down, to go slower, to consider your options, those kinds of things. But that person is very much standing in the way of that information. That person is very much in the way of trying to prove their point or trying to push forward with their love or what they're feeling. The next message is the Page of Wands, a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Somebody young is involved in this situation, or someone who's immature. There's another person who's influencing the circumstance by giving some kinds of opinions. This person is not necessarily mean-spirited, but I feel like this person may not have the emotional maturity to be able to address a situation well. They may be giving a superficial answer. Why do you want to do this? This isn't going to get you anywhere, or that doesn't look good, you know, whatever. So it's a very superficial answer that you're getting from this person, someone is getting from this person, but it might be a very small-minded or maybe immature energy. So of course, sometimes those things are superficial. The next card is the Magician. So there's something really wonderful coming to pass in this situation. There's something really wonderful coming to pass. Something is being created. Somebody's pushing effort forward towards success. There's a curveball that's going to happen in this situation. A curveball means that somebody is going to, in some way, mix things up, change things up, and go a slightly different route. Let's see the next message. We have the Three of Wands. So now we're clarifying the Knight of Cups. So we have the Three of Wands. He's been waiting for a long time for something. So he feels like he's been waiting for something for a long time, and he's hoping that it will come in for him. The Page of Wands, he's feeling very, very adventurous, very willing to take on a new adventure, a new direction in life, to go forward towards something. The next message is the Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn. I feel as though the advice or the influence of another person is slowing this person down from doing what they want to do. And as a foreshadow, I feel like the Magician is an interjection of something that the King of Swords puts together for him, like an opportunity. It's like a carrot to entice him in a different direction. So there's something coming up that's going to be coordinated by these two energies, it may not be a collusion, which means they may not be working together, but these energies want to pull this person away, presumably from you. Or maybe if this is you who's being influenced, then you have two people who stand against the relationship, or who stand against the circumstance. And one of them, especially the King of Swords, it looks like he's going to put something in the way, an obstacle. An obstacle that's going to feel like a positive thing for this person. Now we're going to clarify the Nine of Rods. And so I have a Page of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, with Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio secondary transits. Remember, these are just guides. They can be any sign. And then you have the Seven of Rods. Somebody is really holding on to a situation, to their personal strength. They're holding on to their personal strength so that they can defend their circumstance. Somebody's holding on to their situation. They're trying to use they're trying to use in some way like a good set of opportunities to go the way that they feel they must go, like the way that life is, they feel they must go. And then we have the Two of Cups for the King of Swords. Yes, I do feel like a father energy, uncle energy, maybe husband, with love being extended, a friend. So I do feel as though it's good intention, but what I'm sensing is narrow-mindedness, an inability to conceptualize like another path. And then you have the King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and the Emperor. Okay. So this person, I think, maybe there's a competing energy for someone's love. Because in this situation, this person is tied to someone who is expressing very father-like energy, also love energy. There could be another person who is maybe there's someone else, maybe you're seeing two people, or maybe you're about to meet someone else, because this really feels like this person's acting on behalf of the King of Pentacles, who has authority in the situation. So one person's getting sort of maybe moved to the side, or maybe somebody else is interested, and so the circumstances are being influenced because somebody else is interested in the situation for their own personal love and expression of family. Or maybe this is someone who feels like they owe someone something. This is someone who feels like they have a responsibility to someone else. There you go. So it's like a friend's father acting on behalf of a father, right? Your uncle acting on behalf of your dad, that kind of thing, Or it could be that there's if this is love, romantic love, then this is marriage, because you have the Emperor, the Two of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So there's some very, very stable option out there, okay? Seven of Rods, this is Mars and Leo. Let's clarify that one. So we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Hierophant. Three of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Rods. If you're in school, money is an issue. It's tough. I'm sorry that you're going through that. I've been there myself, and I'm going back to school. So yeah, it's always a handful. There's a lot of things that you have to do. It's almost like you're taking a long shot with school. Somebody's taking a long shot with school. It might be this person. This could also mean that one person is leaving the picture, and then somebody else is coming in, like a boyfriend is leaving and a husband's coming in. So there's some really, really warm energy with that. But there's school, heavy burden, either financial or the school is really tough. Always in school, go for the toughest courses you can. It doesn't matter. Well, if you have to get grades, then no, take the easiest courses. But try to take the easiest courses with the greatest opportunity to learn, such as, writing papers or research or whatever else. So find yourself in like the best environments. Going after the toughest teachers, toughest courses will lower your GPA, and that will really reduce your chances of, moving forward. So think strategically. I feel like you're kind of walking into a situation not knowing the lay of the land. I was in school for like 15 years, no lie, and I'm going back. So I know the ins and outs. You want to plan your course load. Just because there's a, cavalier teacher, super tough and intimidating, that's in the favor of that teacher's reputation. And the worst thing is when that cavalier teacher gives you like a B plus instead of an A, which you need, and then you have a problem, right? So be very, very careful. But the school is very successful. You're meant to be in academia. If you're not in school already, then there's busyness around work and school, a lot to do with your communities. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, the Chariot. So heavy, lots of responsibilities, but in a good way. Like you're busy and responsible. Somebody might be going to school. If they are, then somebody's transitioning in. The Tower, the Chariot, the Tower. Yeah, this Page of Wands in this deck especially, look how sneaky he looks. He never looks like a good deal. The Moon. Overcoming. Somebody's just latched on to some negative energy, right? Somebody's trying to bring around lies and deception, trying to cause strife or disharmony for someone. Very, very low vibe energy. So if you look up videos on narcissism versus sociopathy and psychopathy, this is like a psychopath. This is like full on. Sociopath, someone who's been really hurt in life and that causes them to go crazy. So this is someone who's latched on. Somebody's trying to bring strife and disorder into your life. But I think you're protected. There's a protection energy in some way shielding you, but there's also a secret. So this person is working, this negative energy is working off of a secret. And that secret, it's a type of harassment or terrorism. It's a type of messing with someone to make them feel like, just for whatever sadistic or weird reasons, mental reasons. So you're dealing with that, I'm sorry to tell you. So I feel like this Nine of Rods, somebody feels very overloaded with things, a lot of things going on in different directions. So they really need to make things quiet and think about everything that's happening around them. And then you have the Magician, Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and the Death card, okay? So somebody is trying to give you a way forward. There's a legacy of money or stability that's with you. I feel like maybe for some of you, what you're receiving is less than what you think you should have, or it's like a fragment of what you should have. And then there's a release. So something's going to either release you, or you're going to get an offer from your grandfather or father or something that is going to in some way be less than what you need right now, but it's still going to come from love. And if you're given that offer, then you'll say no, and then you'll take on the responsibility yourself and move forward in a new direction. Okay, so let's take a look at the Knight of Cups. So healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So I feel like somebody's working through a lot of different things. They're waiting to move forward towards something. They just have to heal some things and, like I said, figure out their mind. This is more and more feeling like a boyfriend energy or like a friend energy. Somebody who's just very still young and working things out. Okay, the next message is the Nine of Rods, the Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Seven of Rods. Somebody's trying to distance themselves from a particular environment, and they're using a safe environment that they've found to collect their thoughts. and you have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I think that this situation has a chance of deteriorating, even though it may feel okay right now. There's a lot of pressure around it. So make sure, know that the longer that you stay in this situation, the chances that something bad will happen increase. So you want to stay for as short of a time as you need to, but just remember that you're increasing your chances of something messing up in the long term. Now I'm curious about this. Remember, we started with the King of Swords as kind of like, why is this guy so opposed to everything? But the King of Swords is actually quite smart. So new love, yeah, so he knows new love is coming. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. King of Pentacles, Emperor, Two of Cups, boom. So he's kind of advising the situation to move on, because it seems as though, you know, he knows that someone else has moved on, presumably that's you, but somebody's moved on, or at least, you know, they're seeing someone, or they've caught, you know, there's someone on their horizon, and this person's pretty smart, so they're able to identify what's going on. So you have the Seven of Rods, Three of Pentacles, Hierophant, and the Ten of Rods. And you have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Talk about, so if you're under a lot of stress right now with school or work, then make sure to talk through your issues with whoever is around. Find someone who listens. If you can't find someone who listens, go see a counselor. Make sure the person you're talking to is like sane, smart, level-headed. Talk about those things. You'll figure them out. I sense great success. If you're in school, great success for you. It's just the beginning stages that are tough. I also feel like you're dealing a lot with appeasing supervisors if you're doing your master's or like a higher level degree. So it's a lot of like, will they like me sort of scenarios. So when I was talking about bad teachers, you were totally triggered. I'm sorry. But you'll get through it. That's the ins and outs, right? This guy. So we have so you rejected them and now they hate you. Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is when you try to participate in something that makes someone feel bad and you feel good for them feeling bad. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So yeah, this person is sour because they got rejected. Oh, sourpuss. But these kinds of people are dangerous. Like, he's coming with the Tower, or she's coming with the Tower and the Moon, you know? The Chariot's going to protect you, but there's definitely someone who's trying to screw with you, to hurt you, and those are like nasty energies. They're around, so don't get paranoid. I mean, we all run into them from time to time. The key is to get away from it as fast as possible, right? Then you have the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Death card, and that's the retreat, okay? So it's time to disconnect from the world. Actually, I think that you're walking away from someone trying to help you because you want to do it on your own. And I think that that's the message of the reading. Yes, I think there's new love for you. I think somebody's walking away because they're starting a new phase in their life, and it's okay because it's quite casual. And I feel like there's someone attached to you that's shady. You're working really hard, walking away from an offer so that you can pursue your own success. That's really strong, you know? And a momentary oasis in which you're resting, and then you are meant to kind of get up and go when you're better as soon as possible, because the longer that you stay, the longer there's a chance of problems. So on the bottom, I have 3 cards. I have the 8 of Wands. So messages coming quickly, lots of requirements for you to communicate in and around school or whatever project you're doing. 5 of Rods, the instability, that's caused, you've attached like, you know, those tumbleweeds that get like caught on your pants as you go. And then Express Your Love is your ultimate love card. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. Break out of the mold, go do your own thing, go after the love that you deserve. This is a very strong person to be in love with. You have the Two of Cups, the King, and the Emperor, the King of Pentacles. So whatever that is a good deal. So don't feel discouraged, feel hopeful, and it sounds like you're doing great. I'll talk to you guys soon, and I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading if you chose number 2, and we're talking about what is your lucky love messages and how does he feel about you. So let's take a look at your cards and then we can take a look at what's going on. So your first card is the Wheel of Fortune. Hey girl, hey. That's awesome. That's the card of Jupiter. So this is a timeless reading, but Jupiter is in Sag right now, about to go direct. So Jupiter, good tides and good fortune. Timeless means you can watch it anytime. Good tides and good fortune, a turn of luck for the better. Then we see the Nine of Rods. So there's someone who's waiting for a solution to a problem. Somebody's who's waiting for a solution to a problem. Somebody's been waiting a long time. And look, he's taken a notice. Oh, it's good luck now. Okay. You know, I feel as though there's, in your circumstance, there's been a lot of letdowns. There's been a lot of like, oh, we can make it work. And then things falling through, you know, and not working out the way you had hoped. Then we have the Eight of Swords, and so this is Jupiter in Gemini. So not sure what to do about a situation. There's an opportunity, but he's waiting for something else. So it's a lot to do with like making time for a situation, to be available for it, I suppose. But there's something that's like holding him back from being able to fully pursue this opportunity. I feel as though it's something riddled with guilt, you know, a responsibility and shame, those kinds of things, like a mental problem. Okay, then you have the Empress next. So that could be you, dear. Hey girl, hey. Or that can be a mother, but there's a lot of luck and opportunity associated with this energy here. So life is going on, life is good, life is full of abundance. Let's see the next message, the Five of Rods. Yeah, this person's really, really struggling with a willingness to open up themselves. They see the opportunity, they see the value, but they, in some way, are very, very much caught up in bad energy. They're caught up in bad circumstances, maybe even bad people. These things tend to layer and get very complicated really fast. So this person on their own is like, well, I have all this baggage here, all this stuff to deal with. How am I going to manage? There could be actually, as he's trying to break away from unhealthy energies, then there could be a circumstance in which people or circumstances try to undermine what he's doing. That's unfortunate. Then you have the Nine of Pentacles, and so this is Venus in Virgo. So wealth, this man or this woman could be tied to something financially, like they have a financial responsibility or the opportunity to make money somewhere if they stay where they're at. So they're being held back, or maybe they're a very busy person who works a lot, and so they're seeing the possibilities, but they really have a crazy schedule. So they're really caught up in something. But, you know, this to me feels like enticing, like something he would feel good about. This does not feel good. So there's a level of responsibility. Maybe he has a dependent, like a child or a parent that they're taking care of, or maybe some other costs that I feel as though somebody's not free to go with something. There's like other things going on. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune next. We have the Five of Cups. Sadness caused this Wheel of Fortune. What I mean is Wheel of Fortune brings good luck. It's a Jupiter card. And sadness was the cause of it. Like literally somebody was crying and sad, and that caused the tide of events to turn for the better. Wheel of Fortune again. Supremely lucky if you chose number 2. This is, luck is heading your way. I feel like, okay, so here's an interim judgment, and if you love this person, just, you know, listen, hear me out, and then make your always make your decisions on your own. I think that the person who's watching this is so lucky. You're walking into such luck that anybody, for whatever reason, who is not able to meet you there is wasting your time, because these lucky times in our lives are very, very rare. So you've chosen this because you're super lucky. These times are very, very rare, and if you're wasting it on someone, even if for legitimate reasons they're caught up somewhere else, see, they're going to get theirs. Are you going to get yours? That's the message. Victory. You see, exactly, victory over sadness. Yeah, definitely. Somebody was really sad, and it was, there's different types of sadness. There's types of sadness about bad things that have happened, or when we make mistakes we feel sad, but this is circumstances that were sort of outside of the control of the person, and the combination of things was just past a certain level of fairness. And so that basically the universe felt that, like, why is this person in such a predicament, like such a bad place? There's nothing redeeming about their situation. It could have been that bad. And so they throw in the 2 Jupiters and the victory. So people got involved, people helped, but I think that this is a larger swing of energy bringing you up. Okay, 9 of Rods. This could even be someone who you knew before who is now reconsidering you, now that your luck is up. Be careful with that. You have the 8 of Swords. I don't mean to be so dismissive. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to say. Riddled with problems in his head. There still could be redeeming cards that could redeem this reading, so hold on tight. We have the 7 of Rods. Okay, so he's not willing to let go of certain beliefs or certain ways of doing things. And the 8 of Cups. He has a predisposition to walk away, to dip on situations when he can't find a solution. So he just leaves. He's the great dipper. He could be a Knight of Wands. Just leaving, gone, boom, can't figure it out, scary, gotta go, bye. So he perpetually leaves people, and only believe that if you're like looking at the person and you're like taking assessment and being like, whoa, okay, I see that. Don't do it just based off of a reading, especially a general one. Okay, so if this is matching up your own intuition, then bingo, you got it. So you have the 10 of Swords with the 8 of Swords. There's an end to a situation. This person keeps going back and forth. That's a cheater, right? Back and forth in a situation. His old situation's done, but still he's caught up in the mental anguish of cheating, of two-timing people. Even if it's emotional, but I feel like this situation is depleting. This is a dangerous environment for you, just so you know, because this person could be going back to a person they're about to leave, and they see you with all the opportunity. They've drained the other person dry. They see all the opportunity here, so be careful that they're not going to jump ship to whatever's most convenient, right? The next message is the 7 of Swords. This person's left behind, or maybe they left them. I mean, it could be very varied, but I feel like this person to me is like, why are you turning your head in this direction when you have things to do over here, And I really judge people by how they treat other people. So if I see someone treat someone else bad, that informs me how they are. So learn from somebody else's mistakes, right? This person could be also hurt by someone and chilling, but I feel like I started not liking this person when I saw this, because it made me feel like this person's non-committal, unfair, dishonest. The Hermit is next. Okay, so it feels like somebody was left really alone, really, really alone. Broken heart, despair, don't know what to do, anxiety, those kinds of things. So if you've ever been a woman in that position, then you probably can sympathize and be like, oh no, we're not going to contribute to that, right? How do men get away with it? Like, who's enabling this kind of stuff? Like, because I feel bad for whoever this happened to. But they did draw a boundary. They're fighting for themselves, which is great. They're being taken advantage of, right? Maybe not this person, but there's someone. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's you in some way. Feeling, taken advantage of in a past situation where someone was just really going elsewhere. If it is, I'm sorry, it makes me mad. Okay, so Empress next. We have the Knight of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or any sign. 3 of Swords, broken heart. Broken heart over a mother. Aw. Broken heart with a mother. 3 of Rods. There's a brokenheartedness around a mother or around a woman's situation, but there is going to be refuge or an improvement in circumstances. It's not going to stay that way. Whenever I start doing this reading, I'm like, oh, this is going to go so fast, but these readings take a long time to do. And I like it. It's just, at first it seems like it's going to go by too fast for you guys, but then I get into them like, oh, there's a lot of tea to spill here. Then you have the Five of Swords, Five of Wands. Lots of fives indicates fights, and Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. There's moments in time when people don't necessarily have much to say, so they just focus on the task at hand and work. And the Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Someone's causing tension for someone else. Somebody's being irresponsible, and somebody who's focusing on something has to put up with it. Oh, these readings are Nine of Pentacles. Okay, next we have the Lovers card. That's Gemini, success, family. Page of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Secondary transits, Earth, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, and the Empress. So the Empress is all over this. The mother is involved in many directions. There's success, financial success in your future. There's a new relationship. If you have kids, great happiness with your kids. Marriage, success, being a mother again, or mother for the first time. Nine of Pentacles. There's so much for you here. And this person too that's been wrong, they will be vindicated as well. That's where you're going. Don't get caught up in these people. I feel like I'm describing for you 3 different situations of people, 1, 2, 3, who you should not be getting caught up with, right? That's how it feels. These people are not good. Let's go over it again with the Oracle cards. So for the 2 Jupiters, the 2 Wheels of Fortune and the 6 of Rods over the 5 of Cups, you have soulmate. Ooh, see, yes, this is your soulmate, powerful energy. Jupiter in a man's chart is the perfect archetype of a woman's father. No, a woman's husband and father too. So you want to take a look at a woman's Jupiter in her chart to find out who her ideal mate would be. But that's not always true, and most of the clients that I see for astrology don't have that, but they are very drawn to the people that have Jupiter, who are the sign of their Jupiter. So go look at your Jupiter and you'll see where that soulmate energy really is. Some of you will have relationships with them and there will be like off the chain, super hot, great, wonderful. And then we have the 9 of Rods, the 8 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So this person teases, they don't put in the effort. Their call to action is to start putting in effort towards love. Okay? So if you're dealing with this person and they start putting in the effort, great, that's your decision. You know, but you never know how long that will be. And don't fall for the trap of saying, you know, I'll figure it out, what, in 3 years, and then you're going to show it to someone else? No, that's not how that works. Okay, so 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Rods and the Hermit. And keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, so this is a person who thought someone, and listen, if it's just some person, they didn't necessarily hurt someone else. That's just one download that I got. But this person loved someone who they were not supposed to love. They really stretched their, you know, they really made it work in their mind. Like they really, really forced a square peg into a round hole and caused a lot of damage in their life by doing so. They're not at fault. I don't victim shame. Victim shame is disgusting. But the point is that sometimes we have to take a look at our errors to know where we went wrong. And it's kind of a hybrid of both. Like, what did they do to you and what did you do to contribute or facilitate that? And what environmental factors were around you for that as well, right? So think about it holistically and you'll get a good answer. If you're feeling like dead and done in the water, think about it in a multilateral way, okay? And then you'll really deal with it better than if blaming them or blaming yourself. All that stuff is nasty, okay? So Empress, Knight of Cups, 3 of Swords, 3 of Wands, separation there. So I feel like this is partly to do with healing, the decision to move on, the decision to go towards healing, very, very nice energy. Maybe if you get too caught up in it, then, you know, if you get too caught up in it, then maybe you're feeling a way about it. Don't get caught up in other people's business too much. They're going to go their own way anyway. And then we have the Five of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Five of Wands. And then we have flirt, extended lighthearted energy to others. Yeah, somebody's very lighthearted and easygoing, but somebody else is putting in a lot of work into things, and it's distracting, very, very distracting. It's like somebody, you know, dropping a glass or breaking something, and then them not cleaning it up, and then you have to kind of deal with it while you're busy. Something like that's going on. And then we have the Lovers, the Page of Cups, and the Empress over the Nine of Pentacles. Deception. Ooh, someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. That one stumped me because it felt so good in terms of the cards all together. Let's see. I really feel like I feel as though that there is a lot of opportunity in a certain direction. There's a lot of stay out of other people's things, if that makes sense. Stay out of other people's business. I think that that's what it's saying. Something may not be what it seems, and if something feels like very like shiny for you, like somebody seems like they have everything, it is a disguise. So it's deception. Not everything, you know, is what it seems. There's more to things behind the scenes, or you know, all that stuff. So your first bottom card is the Three of Cups, reunion with us. You might connect with someone who you might be connecting with your Jupiter right now. I thought this was full circle, but this might be something else going on. This might be you getting in touch with a very important figure in your life, someone who turns your luck from bad to good. So that's a really good energy. You have the Two of Swords in the center, and that's, yeah, make peace with these people, but also move on with your life. And on the bottom of the romantic oracle, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Your feelings. Something is not as elusive as you think it is. This is saying to be brave and show your feelings, maybe towards this person. I feel like you should not be getting caught up with, I think that it's better, so don't get caught up with things that don't suit you. I think that maybe you have gone through that recently and it's caused kind of a bit of an emotional mess for you. So maybe this is a time to go forward and do better. I think you'll find a great answer. I feel like you're working really hard towards things. Keep your eye on the prize. I feel like you should be living as though everything is already happened for you in the way that you want it to. So this person's in your life, you're just doing your thing, you know, and everything is working out fine. And I think it is. And I think that essentially this is just minor adjustments of things that are going on around you, and your fate is sealed. Like, your future's good. So just do your thing and don't get distracted by these competing energies, because they're still trying to figure out theirs and you've already figured out yours. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this option. If you didn't, try a different one. Okay, I wish you guys all the best. Love messages. And what does he feel towards you? Okay, bye. And if what he feels towards you is great, he loves you. Bye. Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for number 3, and the answer is lucky love messages and how does he feel about you. Okay, so let's find out. And okay, so your first card is the King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Secondary transits in fire, Sag, Leo, or Aries. This is a person who, they may not be those signs, but they definitely have an open heart. I feel like somebody is ready for love, somebody's ready for a commitment or a serious relationship. Here is the next message, the Page of Rods. A Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, secondary transits in Earth. To me, this is an energy of somebody who's getting involved in something. Somebody's getting involved in something that's not their business, so be careful for that. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn. Somebody's trying to hold on, trying to influence a situation to keep it more like what they want, or keep it more like the things they're familiar with. So you might be dealing with someone who says, don't worry about it, you know, just slowing things down for their personal gain. And yeah, so one person has a very open heart and is ready. This could be a man or a woman. And then there's an influencing energy. They're not involved in the relationship, but they are in some way sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. And it's because they're trying to hold on to money. Like they're going to lose money if things go forward. And then we have the Palace of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Somebody's doing a very intellectually driven job, or is going to school, or is very like in something that their mind, it requires a lot of their mind and focus. So there's someone who is very much in like an environment that is very intellectually taxing or very difficult on them, and they're often very, very distracted by the energies that they are around. And then you have the Knight of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, secondary transits in air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So this person is also someone who's around. For some reason, I feel as though they're sort of have some kind of connection to the King of Cups. Again, none of these people may have the signs I mentioned. It's just a general guide. But this person feels like they're approaching this place, the place of logic, the place of reason. And then you have the Lovers, which is Gemini. Let's see. Somebody's coming from a good place. Somebody's coming from a good family. Somebody wants good things in a situation. Somebody really wants a stable home, a very comfortable, stable home. Yeah, and I feel like somebody's been persuaded towards good opinions of other people. There's just someone who's immature and selfish in the situation, somehow involved. Okay, Knight of Cups. King of Cups, sorry, clarified. We have the Six of Swords. Moving on. And the Moon. Secret motivations. Secret motivations, King of Cups. But very moving on. Somebody's being, and the Empress. Somebody, okay, so this is, the Empress and the Moon really represents when someone sees someone else and they're very like attracted to them. So it's like a, you know, this is the perfect person for me sort of vibe, or, you know, but it feels as though this person is being pushed out of the picture. This person is in some way like, I think that they're enamored, I think so, but I also feel like things are getting heavy on them, and they're getting, either they're removing themselves because things are too complicated, or they are just being pushed out by the pressures. The more predatory people in the situation or the circumstance are the people who are in some way like gaining ground, you know, the people who are aggressive, trying to make things happen. This is a more of a passive, allowing energy, right? So this person wants these things to happen, but if they truly believe that if something can't be healthy, then it's not worth having, right? So it's like, that's what it feels like. So remember, even if messages here are sort of constructive or intense, that's for your higher good, so that you can get to where you're going, right? Page of Wands. So sometimes letting go of someone is a good thing, right? Just like sometimes meeting someone isn't a good thing. So it can be both ways. So remember, this is all for your higher good. So Page of Wands again, lots of sneaking around. King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Lots of Ace of Rods. I feel like there's victory over some type of like intrusive energy. There's victory over it. People are moving. People are over it. They're just not there for it anymore. So Four of Coins, which is great because somebody's the thing that feeds somebody's complexes is now being removed. Gone, bye, sayonara, see you later. Four of Cups, Sun in Capricorn. We have Knight of Wands. Someone, you know, it's like, how do you say? It's like there's this actress that always harasses like a very famous actress, not even an actress, public celebrity person and her family. I don't want to say who, but you guys can imagine who it. And she literally taunts them on social media under the pretext of like some social human rights context. But it's really like that's the only time she gets press. So she does it all the time in this kind of you know, revolutionary call or something, like beating her chest. And it's like it's really easy to see that she's doing it for the attention it gets her, you know. So you have this Knight of Wands, Four of Coins. This person's doing things for the attention that it got them, and it feels like that is in some way waning. The attention is waning. People are no longer so enthusiastic or stirred up by it, and so their stability is waning. So now that the problematic part in that part is maybe that person has the gumption to try to do something about that now or cause more problems. So you want to stay clear of that one if you can figure out who that is. Knight of Wands, Four of Coins, Ten of Pentacles. And you know my announcement right before, like, don't take it too seriously, guys. You know, it's all for your best. Ten of Pentacles. So I knew this guy was, there's something not good there. You know, but it's losing its power in your life. It's definitely losing its power. Knight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Hey, girl, hey. So somebody's coming in to help a situation. This could be someone from the family coming back in to help a situation. So like a family member coming in to empower the financial wealth of the whole, you know, that kind of thing. Somebody's coming back around to improve, to bring strength, to bring money in, that kind of thing. Then you have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Tower. Ooh, okay. Yeah, a work situation's going not well for someone. I don't think it's you. The Six of Cups, okay. That's Sun in Scorpio, but it's not necessarily that. And then the Sun. Okay, so there's a breakthrough moment, and there's real understanding between people here. In terms of work, things have been very turbulent, very, very tough. Just a lot of long-term problems getting in the way. But I think that there's a resolution to it, and suddenly there's just a burst in a positive direction. There's a real breakthrough in a positive direction, and success, and things going much easier, things being much better than they were before. The energy's shifting. The energy is sort of being transmuted from negative to good in a very, very abundant way. So the job's going to go better, but also life events are improving. Something was on the brink of total destruction, and now it's completely bouncing back. Knight of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords and the Emperor. Ooh, messages from father to father, about father. Six of Rods, victory. You hear a message and you feel victorious. You feel empowered. You've done well, yes. Somebody's been very, very successful in a business or in a position they took. It feels as though someone said something they believed to be true, and they had to suffer for it. They had to take the hit for it, but it was still true, and they stuck to their morals, and now they feel triumphant. Ooh. And then you have the Lovers, Gemini, the Hanged Man, and the Last Judgment. Lovers, Hanged Man. I'm laughing to myself. This is Two of Cups. Hey, girl, hey. Okay, so you scored a winner if you chose 3. Lovers. After a long period, there's a decision about love, and it's favorable. Do you guys need me to break that down any further? I think that that's good. So I think that this choice is about really good decision making. I think someone's been making some wise decisions at the right time in the right way. Not everything's perfect, and there's definitely, you know, this is when a village empowers a sociopath, then they sort of do crazy things. But if no one enables them, then they sort of stop, right? If no one enables it. So King of Cups, Six of Swords, the Moon, and Empress. So you have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Somebody who admires you may be completely different than your regular type of person. Okay, so they may be, but you may listen. I've made some great friends by, figuring things out with someone who I shouldn't have like a romantic relationship with. So maybe this is like somebody who's older. Maybe they just want a friend. So someone really likes you, and I feel like someone has a very genuine like towards you, and I'll say it, you're kind of risking losing them if you don't smarten up. I'm just telling you, there's someone around you who may be age, gender, whatever kind of reason you feel uncomfortable or not getting it. But this person has really good intentions towards you, and you want to like bring together people who have those good intentions as much as you can, right? You're in your right to not want. You can direct what kind of relationship you have with this person. Because this person has good feelings towards you, they don't want you to be in a relationship that you don't want to be in. So don't even start to trip or whatever. So you have the Page of Rods. I'm getting feisty, sorry. Page of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Flirt. Extend lighthearted energy to others. Yeah. Let the sociopath roam somewhere else. Go over there. Flirt. Their flirting style is sadistic. There's someone else. There's someone who you're meeting. Also, I feel like you could be potentially meeting someone on the after, like, through a various set of circumstances. So circumstances that were even uncomfortable, through trickle trail of events, lead you into a situation where you meet someone really nice. And I think that that person will be interested in you. So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. This could be the person coming in. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. But that always reminds me about family anyway, because, the good qualities of family members we want to look for in partners because we're used to them. So this family member coming back to help financially may be a quality you should look for in a prospective partner. Something like that, like their character might be similar in a way to someone who you would like to have a relationship with or love. Page of Swords, the Tower, Six of Cups, and the Sun. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. A burst of love, a sudden improvement. I didn't really go into this, but this was one in that download about work. Suddenly improvement in work. So if you're struggling, things are going to get better. But there's also a sudden change in an environment in which you're in that's marked by air. So something to do with the mind, something to do with reason. Or maybe you find yourself talking about logic and reason there a lot. Anyway, so something there is worth for you to look at. And you got the Six of Cups and the Sun from the Tower. That's a breakthrough. So I would say, again, one of the things here that's a pattern is like you have to give things a try. Like go try things. That's your message. Okay? And that's about love and stuff, opening your heart. So Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, Emperor, and the Six of Cups. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So somebody's coming in with a lot. And maybe this is all the delays that have happened are going to now come together. So there's definitely someone. They may not be a water sign. They may be another sign. But there's someone coming towards you. And they have very serious intentions, the Emperor. Here is the next message, calling in your soulmate. Woohoo! Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations bring you two together. So you have the Gemini, Hanged Man, Judgment, and Two of Cups. So there you go. You can make it happen with your head, with your mind. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards on the bottom. I'm happy for you guys on this one. So we have the Palace of Wands. Oh yeah, I choose 3 all the time. Yay us! I'm just kidding. So Page of Wands. So I feel as though you're transitioning from that air environment to a very spiritual environment. So whereas like maybe right now you're surrounded by books, computers, logic, reason, science, whatever, you're moving to a much more spiritual place. Like you'll be spending a lot of times inside of a yoga studio, maybe some random places outside in the park. So your life is, the scene of your life is changing from one place to another. The next card is the Eight of Swords. Not sure what to do. You were not sure what to do about that one. People who have uncontained energy are some of the hardest things to deal with, you know, and especially when you're, that's just the case. They leave it up for everybody else to deal with, and it's not very fair for anyone, right? So yes, you had a tough moment, but out of that, look, there's a happy ending. So you have the Knight of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords, the Emperor. Somebody has good intentions and love in their heart for you. So, you know, just cut your losses. And your love card for the bottom is express your love. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. You're not the only one to get this. I'm not going to spoil which one, but yeah. So break out of your shell a little bit. I think some good things are coming. It looks like a family member or someone you're close with is coming back around. And I feel like you should open your heart, make some large decisions, Last Judgment, and you'll be fine. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.